Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. This is Jackie from Keep It Simple Stickers and we are here today to set up a little bit of my May BUJO reading bullet journal. I have some of it kind of prepped so far, but I thought that you might want to kind of see what I have done and then see what I'm planning on reading for the month of May. So if you're interested in this video and how I kind of set up some of my bullet journal reading kind of flip through, then just keep watching. All right, friends, so I thought that it might be fun to start with kind of my tracker pages. I haven't done this in a few months, and I thought that it would be kind of cool to see where I am with some of my goals that I set at the beginning of 2020. So let's start on this side. My reading goals have been the same. I have been doing a really good job. I put a check. I know it's a little preemptive, but I have been keeping up with my Goodreads. I update it probably every 2 to 3 weeks. I actually just updated it a few days ago with all of my April books. So I did put a check there, and I have been doing a good job with doing my BUJO. So I'm going to put a check with the hope that that continues. This is not anywhere close, friends, and we'll get to that in a second. And you'll see, I think I'm at 40 some books. So I'm more than getting close to halfway, and for this time of the year, I'm above where I should be. So I'm really happy about that. Personal goals, everything has kind of been the same. You know, with this whole COVID-19 situation that we are all in right now, some of these things, some of these projects that we have in place have had to be put on hold. But for the most part, I'm continuing. These are like, you know, long-term goals that we're just going to continue working on through 2020. YouTube, again, still working on everything. Nothing has really changed with that. Let's go over to my subscriber section. That hasn't changed really either since we last updated this. I'm close to 400 subs. It's super exciting. If you're watching this and would like to subscribe, please do so. And let's get to my 2020 TBR. So this page connects to this goal here. At the time when I made this at the end of December of 2019, I had 47 either physical or electronic books. And let's see if I can update this a little bit since the beginning of April. I think that I did it a couple days ago. So I did the heist. Oh, I finished Whisper Man. I'm not sure when I finished Whisper Man, so I'm just going to put for 2020 because I know I read it in April. Mistborn, I had that already marked. I'm just kind of skimming through these. I want to say City of Ashes. Yeah, I marked that. And I think that's it. So, oh, ACOTAR, I just finished that yesterday. So I can, was it 28th? Mark that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So to get it underneath 30, I needed 17 books. So we're getting there, but I have since accrued more books. So we'll see how it all pans out. All right, this I've been keeping up to date as I've been keeping up to date with my monthly what I finished, and then as well as my Pop Sugar reading challenge. Whenever I finish a book, I try to see where I could fit it in. And I have a couple that I have planned for some of these prompts. So you can see that I have finished quite a bit for this challenge. All of these stickers are from Melissa from the Sticker Patch. If you are interested in purchasing them, I'm sure they're still in her shop. You can join the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge at any time. So just because it's, you know, almost May, it doesn't mean that you can't get your reading game on, y'all. So there is that. I can update this. I finished ACOTAR. I think I'm going to do that one in blue, maybe. Yes. Let's do the darker blue. So I just finished that book yesterday. I enjoyed it. I think I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars. I did. I liked it. It took me a little bit to get into it, but I ended up staying up really late last night. Well, not really late, like 11:30 to finish it. I also made progress on this series, my Wings of Fire. Last month, I read Talons of Power, or this past month, and then I finished Mistborn the end of March. This series I haven't started yet. Joe and I do have Nevernight. We purchased that from an independent bookstore a few weeks ago, but I haven't read it, nor has he. All right, so let's see. This is what my top 10 is looking like so far. It's kind of ended up being like my favorite from each month, and that's not originally how I had planned to have it work out. I mean, I'm glad that it's working out that way. What I consider a top 10 for me is a book that I like literally cannot keep down. It's keep down. Oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm getting sick. I can literally not put down. Oh my goodness. So these 4 were ones that I couldn't put down. I guess I couldn't keep it down, like meaning I couldn't leave it alone. I guess you could kind of take it that way. But these 4 definitely I've really enjoyed. And one of these that I've been meaning to get to was A Court of Thorns and Roses, also known as ACOTAR, and I'm glad that I finished that. Here is my tracker so far for the year. I am going to fill in ACOTAR, so I need to look for my yellow. That is my April. So this would be book 42. So that's super exciting. I went above my chart, y'all. This is the most I've read the entire year. I'm at 14, which is really exciting. Like I said, I am going to give ACOTAR 4 stars, and I think that means I'm at 15 for the year. So what I do after I fill this in, then I go back to my shelf and I'll color in a book that matches with my ratings. So like my 4 stars, this kind of lavender color. And it was a YA fantasy. However, maybe I'm a prude. Maybe I'm just above my age, but I feel like this was more adult fantasy. There was some steamy scenes in it, y'all, that I definitely don't know if I want Kate as a 16-year-old to read, which, I mean, let's be real. Some very young kids are reading YA, so I'm gonna mark it as YA because that's what I think it has been classified in a lot of Goodreads lists and among other lists, but I think it could be going to adult. We'll see what the next book holds. Let's see. Oh, let's go to the Etsy sales. You can look at Kate's kind of health. We have been doing really good. She was sick the end of March, but pretty much all of quarantine. It seems like she was at the start of quarantine. The stay home, stay safe order here in Michigan. She was sick with a cold, but the entire month of April, she has really kind of come out of it, which is awesome. Etsy sales wise, I think I'm close to 8,000. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in these with this orange marker. All right, there are my Etsy sales all filled in. Thank you so much to all of you who purchase, like, comment, share. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at April. I'm just trying to find the right page so I don't have to flip through 1.5 million pages for you all. Okay, so this was the start of my April. I had my Hello April here. And then I had my Owls TBR, and I finished my Owls TBR, you guys. I'm so excited. I really, I thought that I could do it. I'm not going to sit here and like say I wasn't sure I was going to make it, y'all, because I did think that I was going to finish. I just don't think that, I thought that I'd finish early. I thought it would be like April 30th, 10 o'clock, staying up till midnight trying to finish, but I finished 2 days early, and I actually read more than 12 books. This Heartstopper, I read all 3 volumes because I was reading it online, and I didn't know where the first one ended and the second one began, so I just was reading it, and it got to the point where I started really enjoying it, so I put all I didn't like separate them into volume 1, 2, and 3. So I actually read 14 books, and I'm hoping to get 2 more done before May. We'll see. I'm not going to put them on my May TBR. I'll tell you what they are when we get there. But I think that I'll probably finish before that time, which is exciting. Here is what I printed off from G over at Book Rose. This is a quote from Albus Dumbledore. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. This is Hogwarts, which I believe is at Universal Studio. And then this was my calendar overview. So I put at the top when I start a book, and then at the bottom of the box, I'll write when I finish it. So I'll put ACOTAR down here. So I started The American Marriage last week. That was a gift from my friend Melissa. And I would say I'm about a third of the way through. And then today I started All the Way Down, which is a book written in verse. It's a YA contemporary. And it's about a boy who, well, young adult, I think he's like 15, who gets, he lives in like an apartment complex, and he gets on at the top of the elevator, floor 7, I believe. And at each floor, a new person comes in. And this whole book, probably from page like 30 on, is from the start of him getting on the elevator to when he gets off, which is really, really interesting. It's a hard-hitting contemporary. I imagine I'll probably get done with it today or tomorrow because it is written in verse, so it's shorter text-wise, and I'm enjoying it so far. It won a few awards back in 2017. I'm reading it on my Kindle. Let me see if I can show you all the cover. Let's see. Yes, I should be able to. So this is what it looks like, A Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. And I'm on page 48 of 306. Wait, that's not right. I'm past this because I was reading it on my Kindle, like my actual Kindle Fire. So I'll have to figure it out. Sometimes my phone Kindle app and the Kindle doesn't sync, but I am further than that. So I'm enjoying both of those, listening to this one on audio as well. So hopefully I'll get that done by May 1st. We'll see. I might end up finishing it in May, but we'll see. Let's get into May now then. So this is my May spread, the start. I'll put my Hello May here once I print it off. And I've chosen gray and pink as kind of like my 2 colors that I want to work with. No real rhyme or reason. I think I just wanted something soft and soothing, and gray is one of my favorite colors, and I feel like pink with springtime really lends itself to that. So these 2 Crayola Super Tips are what I'm using as my accent colors. And I have 2 goals that I put on here. And the first one is to participate in Darshell over at Books and Planners, her Finish-a-thon. That's to finish a series or to make progress in a series. And as you see, from my update, I have many series that I'm in the middle of. So I'll put some of those books onto my TBR, and then I'm going back to the Book Democracy. I didn't do it in April because of the owls, but I signed up for a Connect 4 board. So that's 4 in a row versus Tic-Tac-Toe, which is 3, or Bingo, which is 5. So those are my 2 goals. And I thought that I could use my Happy Planner sticker books for some additional stickers. I thought I would look and see, this is the seasonal one, I believe. See if any of the springtime ones lend themselves to this spread. These are really pretty. I know obviously it's not fall, but I love these foiled ones on the clear paper. Like I thought maybe some of these would be pretty. These floral ones, like this one here, I think is like absolutely perfect with the pinks and the lighter colors. Let's see. Valentine's, cook a meal for mom. That's cute. That's our Mother's Day is in May. Oh my goodness. Choose Joy. Let's pick that one. That pink. Oh, snap. People, what is with me and ripping stickers as of late? Look at these cute little bunnies. Like, I kind of like some of these. I thought maybe we could do like a little layering thing. I'm gonna try and pull some more of the pink ones off. That's too like Valentine's Day for me. The XO. I like Valentine's Day. I'm not a Valentine's Day disliker. Just not fitting with the theme that I want to go for. And I think that I will put maybe one of these on each page. Like, I love these little checklists. It's a really nice sticker book. I do really like it. And I just don't use it as much as I would like. I'm gonna pull this one, I think. And I already pulled the same one. So let's start there and we'll see what we can do. I'm just gonna lay this down here to take up some space and maybe put the Choose Joy right there. We'll put one here. Okay, so here is my overview. I don't have the numbers put on yet because I'm not sure if I am going to use the numbers from the Happy Planner sticker book that I have, or if I'm just going to write it in. I do have quite a bit of numbers in here that I could use. Let's see if there's any like bloom. That'd be pretty. And it's in pink. Let's add that to my hand. That's pretty. I could have used that for another month. I think I did like a bloom quote in March, I want to say. Does that seem about right, friends, if you've seen these? I think it was March. Like, part of me wants to use these because they're super colorful, but I don't know, at the same time, that seems more like summertime to me. And I'm just trying to stick with the more muted colors. So I think I'm going to probably just end up writing them in, which is totally fine. And I think that I want to use pink for all of them, all of the numbers, because like with my pen, sometimes I think in the past you might have seen me alternate. My pen is all black. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these in and I will be right back with you. All right, friends, there we go. And let's add one of these just in the corner here. Cute. And then I just wanted to put my 2 goals for May up there. So I like that. It's simple. I've really liked the swatch kind of thing that I've been doing since I want to say February. I just really like how it looks. All right, so this is where I'll put my Connect 4 board, which now that I'm looking at this isn't gonna work, because it's going to have 4 across, so there'll be probably, what, 16? So I'm going to have to put the board down here to cover all these up. That's not a big deal, friends. It's not going to bother me at all. And then I'll just, depending on my sizing, I'll write the numbers up there. I like to coordinate these down here with my prompts up top, but it'll be switched in this case. All right, so let's go to my May TBR. I have put 8 books down. That's a really good number for me. And I think that that's around my average, quite honestly. And honestly, after all of the owls and stuff, part of me just needs a little bit of a break. So I think I'm going to leave it with 8. That's all to say. I'm going to leave it with 8. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look back at the series that I want to finish list and write some of these down. So I want to do Darkness of Dragons. I loved Talons of Fire. I love the Wings of Fire series. It's one of my favorite series, and there was quite a bit of time between I think this is book 10, so between book 8 and book 9 that I really forgot a lot of what was going on in the world. So I want to try and read at least one book a month until I'm caught up with that series. And I think the next book in the main series, not like short stories or prequels or anything, comes out September. So that's a pretty good goal to have. I would like to read the next book in Mistborn. My husband has read all 3 of that trilogy, and he is on me to read them as well. So I think that's called The Well of Ascension. So that's book 2 in the Mistborn trilogy. The next book in the Anita Blake series I would also like to read, which I think, can't find that page, friends. I think it's called Harlequin. I don't have that book. I will need to get it. Yes, I will need to get it electronically from the library, which makes me really nervous because those books are so big, and when the last time I read a book electronically from this series, I went into a really big slump because it took me so long. So I'm hoping that that does not happen. I also would like to read the next book in the Mortal Instruments series, which I think is called City of Ashes or City of Ash. I'm going to say Ashes. That's the first one that's coming to my mind. So I'm going to write that down. And then I'd like to read A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book of the ACOTAR series. And then I'm going to leave these last 3 open because I don't know what my Connect 4 board is going to look like. I'll get that in a couple of days, but I want to leave those 3 open in case I do a buddy read or a group read or something like that. And then, of course, I will write the books down as I complete them. Okay, so my YouTube video page is the same as it's always been. I will fill that in off camera once this video is done with the different videos that I want to complete. My memory spreads, you guys, it's crazy. I am getting close to finishing up my 2019 planner. I cannot even, like, just, it's super, super exciting. I'm thinking of where I want to put this little bloom. Let's put it up here. To know that I'm getting that close. I only have 2 spreads left to do in that planner. It's nuts. And then I have 2 that I'm planning on doing for 2020. These 2 I will most likely film. They're both from a shop called Maisie McCrazy. I want to showcase her stickers. She's a small shop on Etsy. So yeah, that's the plan. The hope at the end of May is that I will have 0 remaining spreads for 2019 and maybe even 2018. I thought it would be fun for us to look together, or maybe it'll be sad for me, I don't know, to look together and see how many spreads I have left for 2018. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Look at how little Jason was. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He was so cute. All right, so let's see. Starting in October, I have, this is a personal size from So Much Crafting. So it looks like I have October 15th. Through, see, I don't even know these weeks anymore, the 21st. And then I would have October 22nd. I'm trying to do 8 a month, friends. Through the 28th. And then we would have, uh-oh, this makes me nervous. I don't know if I'll be able to finish 2018 next month, you guys. Girls. We're going to find out together through November 4th. It's going to be kind of close because I did have some done in December. November 5th through the 11th. Okay, so those are the 8 that I'd like to get done for sure. And then I put 2 little asterisks like, hey girl, if you can. Keep on keeping on. You know, usually I don't get to these, friends. I think the first month I started doing this back in February, I think I did, but ever since then, the past 2 months, I have not. So, but I want to write them down so that I know how many I have to go. And then November 19th through. Okay. So I'm in my planner, I'm like missing a week. So what would this be? The 25th? Yeah. And then I think I have one more because I stopped at December 3rd. So I think I have the 26th through December 3rd left in the planner that I would need to find those pages. Hopefully I have them somewhere, y'all. Wait a second. Hold on. Do I have them in this list? No, I pulled some sheets and stuff that I wanted to use within this planner. But okay, so those are the spreads that I would like to get done next month. And then you can see underneath I have the kits that I'm going to use. I'll need to go through my kit binder and see what I have that I could use that's like Halloween and fall. And I just did the pictures. P stands for pictures, friends, of this one and Easter. I just got those ready to print, so that's super exciting. All right, friends, this is my May, or these are my May spreads as well as my TBR for May. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of flip through, setup, and update video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing down below, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye-bye, friends.